Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to get into the Christmas spirit and soak some fruits for our black cake this year. Now, I shared a video a couple of years ago on how to soak fruits for black cake as well as how to bake a black cake or a fruit cake. However, this year I am revamping it and redoing it just a little bit. I have Auntie Chitra and Auntie Kanita in the kitchen today helping me soak all of these fruits. And as usual, all of the ingredients and the proper measurements will be in the description box down below. As you guys can see, we are soaking a lot of fruits, but you do not have to soak nearly this much. I'm going to give you guys the correct proportions that you'll need so you could even just soak enough fruits for one cake for this Christmas. So if you guys are ready for this video, please keep on watching so we could get into it. So it is time to get started with all of our ingredients and all of the different dried fruits that we're going to be using. So in my bowl here, I have some regular old brown raisins. I have some maraschino cherries. And if you didn't want to use maraschino cherries, you could use the glace cherries. I have some mixed peel, which is optional. I have some currants as well as some dried prunes. Now, if you did not have the currants, you could replace it with raisins. So basically you could use double raisins. It's totally up to you. And of course, we have our red wine that we are going to soak all of the fruits in. And a little tip for all of you guys, before you start grinding all of the fruits, you're going to want to wash the raisins, the prunes, as well as the currants. The reason being is because sometimes when they're in those bags at the grocery store, they tend to have little pieces of sediment or other things in them. So you just want to rinse them off really quick. So there are multiple ways that you could grind your fruits. This is the first method that I'm showing you guys. Into my food processor, I'm going in with about 1 to 2 scoops each of the raisins, the currants, the cherries, and the prunes, and the mixed peel. Now, all I'm going to do is keep on pouring little batches of wine into the food processor and grind it until I get my desired texture. I like my fruits ground more to the fine side, but if you like them more chunky, you can feel free to do that. Now, if doing it like this is a little too hard for you and you don't want to have to keep adding in scoops of everything in, what you can do is this next method. The next method includes you taking all of the fruits that you are using and dumping them out into a large tray or a bowl and mixing them together and then grinding that in batches. Some people prefer this just because it's easier for them. Whichever way you prefer, go ahead and do that way. So in our large foil tray here, we're going in with all of the currants, we're going to go in with all of our raisins, and we're also going to go in with all of our prunes as well as our maraschino cherries. And you guys are going to see that we didn't mix the dried peel into here. That's sort of because we forgot to mix a dry peel into here, but all we did was we added into the food processor as we were grinding the fruits later on in the process. And once you add all of your fruits into your tray or your big bowl, you're just going to go in with your cleanly washed hands and you're going to mix them up really well until everything's well combined. Some people like to soak their fruits whole like this for a long time and then grind it right before they bake their cake. However, we much prefer to go ahead and grind the fruits and then soak them because it takes so much less time when you go to bake your cake come Christmas time. Once you get a good amount of fruits into your food processor, you're going to splash in a little bit of wine just to loosen it all up, and then you are going to blend them up until you get a nice fine paste. Again, some people like their fruit cake very, very chunky. Some people like it more on the fine side. We much prefer ours to be smooth. We don't like those huge chunks of fruit inside. But whichever way that you like it, go ahead and do it as per your taste and your preferences. So I just cleared out the food processor with the first set of fruits that we went ahead and ground. At this point, I'm going to keep on adding more batches with a little splash of red wine each time and continue to grind them until I get the desired texture I want. Now, honestly, the longest part of grinding the fruits is the actual grinding process. We have to put them in the food processor, scrape it down, and all of that business. But trust me, once you do this before you have to bake your cakes will come together much quicker because you basically eradicated one whole step when you go to bake later on. So here are all of the fruits in the foil tray that we just finished grinding up to our desired texture. And we used out all of the wine that we had wanted to use by grinding up all the fruits just to loosen it up in the food processor. But at this point, we're going to add on some extra liquid. And by extra liquid, I'm going on with some spiced rum. Now you can use whatever type of rum that you want. You could use a white rum, you could use a dark rum, you could use the Jamaican spiced rum, whichever brand of rum that you want or whatever you like is what you can add in here. And if you don't want to add any rum into it, what you could do is replace that extra rum with the wine. As usual, all of my ingredients and measurements will be down in the description box below for you guys to put this dish together. And essentially this is the texture that you're looking for. You do not want this mixture to be very, very liquidy, because if it is, it tends to affect the texture of the cake when you go to bake it later on. But as you guys can see, the alcohol is really well mixed in. It's not too chunky, it's not too fine. We think it is perfect for us. So it is time to put this in a bottle and let it soak. So we're putting all of our ground fruits into a very long and tall glass jar. Now you want to make sure you put this in something that is airtight with a lid, because if you leave it open, that can tend to make it spoil. The point here is, by soaking the fruits, is for all of that alcohol to seep into the fruit and really preserve the fruits. However, if you expose it to the air, it will spoil. So we're just going to put it onto here. We're going to cover the top with a little bit of alcohol just to soak it down a bit. We're going to cover it, and we are going to let this soak for as long as we want. Now, being honest, we soaked this only about a week ago, so it'll be ready in about 2 weeks before we are ready to bake for Christmas. But you can use it whenever you want. I really hope you guys enjoyed this quick little tutorial today. Again, you do not have to make all of these fruits. I'm going to give you guys the correct measurements and the proportions down below. But this is how you soak your fruits. This is how we do it. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And leave your amazing comments down below. And I'll see you guys very soon to bake this cake.